Hi guys, welcome to Coding Ambitions, and this is Sunil Dhiman. Today we will discuss about constraint layouts in Android. So constraint layouts are very basic part for making user interfaces in Android. So this is a very must part you should know about because you will use it every day in your Android layouts. So today we will cover this topic, and before that I would like to ask you guys if you want to learn Android app development, then you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. I create Android app development tutorials, and I also create Modern Stack tutorials on my YouTube channel. So if you want to learn Android and Flutter, so I'm gonna create all these tutorials on my YouTube channel. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's continue with our tutorial. So it is about constraint layouts. So constraint layouts are nowadays preferred for making user interfaces in Android. Previously we were using the linear layout and relative layouts. So this is the now official and recommended way of making user interfaces in Android. And using constraint layout we can create responsive layouts very easily. So today we will cover this topic. So let's start with that. So if you don't know about layouts in Android, I have prepared a separate tutorial on that. So I will put the link in the description. You can watch that video. So you will, after that you will have an idea about what are the layouts in Android. I also have prepared a tutorial on linear layout, so I will put the link of both videos in the description, so you can go and watch this. So let's continue with our tutorial. So constraint layouts, let's say in the constraint layout there are three ways we can use constraints for the components. Like say we have text view. So for this text view, let's say if let's zoom out it. So this is the text view, let's say, and if first of all let's remove all the constraint of this. Before that, let me tell you something about constraints. These are the constraints which allows us to align this component or any kind of component with respect to in three ways: with respect to parent layout, with respect to some other its siblings, like say which are aligned here, there in this layout. So and third one is with respect to guidelines. We will cover all these topics here. So first of all we will see if we can align how we can align parents with respect to the how we can align views with respect to the parent. So let's say we constraints. Now we come to the topic constraints. Constraints allow the layout to follow some rules, or we can say to follow some constraints which it needs to satisfy with respect to which views it wants to align itself. All those things are related to constraints. Let's say we can see here constant bottom, constant left, right, top. So all these are the constants for this view. We can say where we want to put the bottom of this layout, and with respect to what component we want to align right, with what component we with respect to what component we want to align left and top, so on. For all these things are called constraints. So constraint layout forces us, basically it forces us to use constraints. Let's see that thing. If we remove the constraints, it will show some error here. You can see that thing, and let's cover that error, what it will show here. That was missing constraints. It's showing us error with missing constraints. So let's use some tools here. We have some shortcuts here provided by Android Studio. Let's say this is here, you can see in the align tool. Let's say if we want to align this horizontally, we can use this thing, so it aligned it horizontally. Similarly, if we want to align vertically, then it is this constraint here. So this automatically puts the constraint here. It aligns the bottom of this text view to the bottom of parent is this one, and similarly end to end of parent. Similarly, it has this one is the end to end of parent. It aligned this constraint. Similarly, start to start of parent, top to top of parent. This is the start, this is top, this is end. Start is also called left and right is also called end. So they can be used interchanging ways. So let's see. So we will make some changes here. Let's say if we want to let's undo first of all. Then we will do these things programmatically. These at this point we use the shortcuts. So let's see how we can do these things programmatically or by using layout editors. These, and there is one more thing you can use here. If you want to clear all the constraints, so you can use this tool here. Select the component. This is the component. Then remove, clear. It will clear all the constraints of this layout. So this has cleared the constraint of this layout. This is just the exposition. So let's see if let's first of all drag this component somewhere in between. Now let's say these are the constraints for top. You can see top, end or right, left or start, bottom. So we can directly pull and drag that to the desired location. Let's say if we want to align top with the top of parent, so this is the parent, we can pull that and drag it. And similarly, let's say if we want to align it to the right, we can pick this right constraint and drag that to the right of the parent. And let's say if we want to align its bottom to the bottom of parent, we can do that thing by doing this. So, and let's say you want to left, you can also do that thing here. So this is the first way of using the constraints. By, let's say we are aligning this component with respect to the parent of this layout. So these are the constraints. So now let's say if we want to put use some guidelines. Let's say if in during Android app development, most of the time we put some margins from the top and left, right, bottom. So for that we can also use guidelines in the constraint layout. Let's say if we want to put some margin from the top, let's say we want to put 16 dp margin from top and from left, from right, from bottom. For that we can also use guidelines here. Let's say if we add this guideline here, this is the vertical guideline, it's been added here. You can see this is been added here. And let's say this constraint for guide is constraint guide begin. From beginning, how much space we want to be left there. So let's say this is the vertical orientation. You can see from left, let's say we want to put 16 dp here, so we can put 16 dp. And similarly we want to put one more guideline here. We have put the horizontal guideline here, this is that one. And let's say if we want to change that margin as well from 16 from begin. If it is horizontal, then begin is from top. If it is vertical guideline, begin is from left. Similarly we can also use end from begin. Let's say if we want to constraint guide, and this is the end. I will come to that point later. So this is about guidelines. We were talking about guidelines. Let's come to back that point. So now if we want to align this view here, so it will automatically follow these guidelines. Let's say if we want to make this view follow the guidelines of top margin top 16 and left margin 16. So what we will do is we will align it with respect to this guideline. And what we will do is we will remove its constraint of parent. So it will now, and let's remove this margin as well. So now it will be coming to this, it is now being aligned with respect to the guidelines. You can see here. So these are the guidelines. And let's say if we want to put this in the right as well, then we can also add one more guideline, like say vertical guideline. And let's say if we put the end of that guideline, so this is the fourth one. Let's move on to the fourth one, and here we can put it end. So this is from end, you can see, and let's change it to 16 dp. So let's say we want to, so we have, I think we have already used these guidelines for this component. So similarly we can use, as we have used for bottom, top, we can also use it for bottom. Similarly we can also add one more guideline. So these are the guidelines. If we want to follow some guidelines for our complete layout, then we can use guidelines as well. And now we come to the second part, and that second part, let's undo our code here. Now we will see how we can align with respect to the parent. So let's say if we want to align it in the top left of, then we can, let's first of all remove all the constraints. So this is already in the top left, but it's showing missing constraints, so we can align left to the parent. Similarly we can align top to the top. You can see start to start, top to top of parent. Now it's being aligned in the top left. Remove this margin. Similarly we can, if we want to align in the top right, then we can remove the start constraint from here, and then we can put this constraint here. Similarly, if let's undo that again, if we want to align it in the bottom, actually if you want to align in the bottom, then we have to put only bottom and we have to remove top. If we give both top and bottom, then it will align it in the center of parent. If we have given top to top of parent and bottom to bottom of parent, it will align it in the center. Similarly, if we align left to left of parent and right to right of parent, it will align it horizontally in the center. So let's first of all see this thing. Yes, it's done now. It has aligned with respect to the parent in the bottom left. Similarly we can align it in the right. This is in the right. Similarly, if we want to align it vertically in the center, horizontally in the center, then what we can do is, this is the right, and we can also apply left constraint. Now it is horizontally center. Similarly we can also apply top constraint. So top bottom will align it in the vertically in the center, left and right will align it horizontally in the center. So this is the second part, how we can align views in the constraint layout with respect to the parent. And now we come to the third point, that is related to some another view in its hierarchy of its parent. Let's say we have some, let's copy this one, we add some another view here, and let's make it text view 2, line id text view 2, and first of all let's move it to some other place. Now this is some another view. Let's do one more thing. We add here button, so that will be visible more to you guys. I have added this button 2, and now let's say if we want to align this in the left, first of all remove all of its constraints. How we can do that thing, using, there is a shortcut for that, clear all constraints. So it will delete all the constraint of this layout. Basically what clear all constraints do is, it clears the constraint of constraint layout. So it does not work, I think, for simple component. So what we will have to do is, you can remove the constraint of this layout from here. Now it's aligned to the, we want to align it in the center, bottom and center. Now let's say we add one more button here. Now let's say, yes, we can see that it's showing missing constraint because it has been aligned vertically, but it has not been aligned horizontally, because we have not added here either left or either right. So we have to align either of them. So we align it left. now you can see. So we copy that one, and let's just select this, Control C and Control V also can do the trick. Let's see that. Control V, yes, now it's added here. Let's move to this here, button 3. And now if we want to align it with respect to these views, so we can align it left to with respect to this and right with respect to this view. So let us check that if it's aligned or not. You can see start to end of text with 2 and end is still with respect to the parent. So what we can do, we can remove its end from the parent and we can align it with respect to the this. So it will align with respect to the this one, with both of these, to the right of this, to the left of this. So this is with how we can place some view with respect to another view. And let's take one more example here. Let's say if we want to align this one above this view, so what we can do, we can align top of this to the, first of all let's remove the constraints because it does not remove previous constraints. So now we want to align it, sorry, and here it comes, it has been aligned. We can remove the margin. So here this view, so there are the two views, there are two ways we can do this thing. We can either align bottom of this to the top of this, or either we can align top of this to the bottom of this. So meaning of both is same here, and it's showing missing constraints because its top is aligned but it's aligned vertically, but it's missing in the horizontal direction. So, and there is one more thing you can do, we can also do these things typing here left to left of parent. So there are many ways we can put constraints, from directly pulling these constraints and dragging up to the desired view, and second one is from typing. So you can use either of these ways. So this is about the third part, in which we discuss about how we can align views with respect to others. And there is one more thing in the constraint layout. Let's say if you can use width of the views as well here. If we want to align the 50-50 width, or let's say 50% width to this one and 25-25 to both of these views, see how we can do that thing. Let's see. So this is the button 3, and here we can see width percentage. So total width percentage is 1. So out of 1, if we want 30%, we will assign it 0.3. And for if we want to width percent to work, for that we need to align 0 dp width, that is match constraint. 0 dp means match constraint, match constraint width. 0 dp is also called match constraint. So now this is 30%, and let's say if, let's make it match constraints and give it width percentage of 0.6, and let's some shorten it, let's align it some more or less. We align it 50%. Now the third view is pending, and give it width 0 dp, that is match constraint, and now give percent of 0.2. Let's try out with 0.3. And now let's remove the constraint of this one, first of all, this one and this one, sorry, this one. And now what we will do is we will align the constraint of this one to here and to the here, and top with respect to the top, the parent, bottom with respect to the bottom of parent, for aligning it in the center. Let's remove the margin from here, so you can see it's being aligned here. 0.5, 0.3, and 0.3, so it is exceeding 100%, so we have to make this 0.2, that is 20%, and now it is okay. So this is the end. What is the benefit of using width percentage? It makes us help in making layouts responsive. So if we want to see this layout in orientation change, then also it will align these. There is some issue with that. First of all, let's remove the constraint and make it again. We want its right constraint to the right and bottom constraints in the bottom and the top constraint in the top. So here it comes, you can see it. Let's remove the margin from here, and now we can see. Now we will assign width percentage to this one, 0.3, and now it is working properly, you can see. Because why it was not working earlier? Because we have not aligned the right of this layout with respect to the parent. So this is the benefit of percentage in constraint layout. It helps us making responsive layouts. So now you can see it on any of the view. It will take, this will take 50%, this will take 20%, and this will take 30%. So this is about the constraint layouts. I hope now you guys have an idea about constraint layouts, and in the next video we will be going to create the some responsive layouts using constraint layout, and this is the layout which we are going to create in the next video. This is the my account section of Flipkart app. So if you want to learn about responsive layouts of how we can make responsive layout in constraint layout, then please don't forget to view my next video. You please do watch that video. Whenever I will post that, I will try to post that as soon as possible. So this is all about the constraint layout. So I hope you guys now have an idea about constraint layout in Android. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for Android and Flutter tutorials. And thanks. Till then, bye bye, have a great time, keep coding.